So here we are again with the Story Girl altered book, and that was the last page we did, and I've had a little play around myself, and I've just drawn this girl in, and the words say she felt small, and yeah, I think that's how I've been feeling. I would say that this last week or so it's kind of started to get to me a bit. So what I'm planning to do on this spread is I'm going to cut a window in the book so that it folds over and you see her face, and then I'm going to do a face on here so that the window opens on that one too, sort of thing. But this spread, I don't know how good the light is, but it's very textured. It's a beautiful texture, and I stole this technique from Jill, who I think got it from Gulf Sprite. So if you want to see how to do this, it's just white gesso. It's very, very easy, but it makes a beautiful pattern. So I'll put a link to her video and go and have a look. So this is all dry now, and one of the things I did is I made sure that before it was dry that this part was flat, so I can draw a face in there. So yeah, at the moment I'm thinking I want to colour the background of this and maybe put some washi tape on there. I don't know quite what happened there. I think it must have got wet and stuck to something. I think it got stuck to the paper that I put under the page. Anyway, it doesn't matter, this is just a journal, so I'll probably just cover it up with tape. And I'll probably just let this run, and you can watch and see what happens, because I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen. But that's the plan at the moment. Back again, and it's daylight now, so hoping you can see this better now. So yesterday evening I went ahead and I got sketching, and I drew her face so that it would sit in the window frame, and I ended up drawing these flowers, which I think are going to be red, and after I had drawn her in, I looked back to see what I'm going to do with this page, which is the frame, and I found the words, "I can dream there are flowers." So I'll see if I can get that so you can see it a bit more clearly. I can dream there are flowers. So so I'm going to gesso out the rest of this, and I'm not quite sure what I'll do. I might take some more of this washi tape. I've put washi tape to hide the sort of tear. And also looking at this is all watercolour. It's actually Inktense pencils. So I might want to put some pen on there, I'm not sure. But I think what I'm going to do first, because it's what I want to do, I haven't done art for such a long time. I've been really busy with other stuff. So I want to do her, and I'm going to try and use the same colour palette, but I'm going to do it in acrylics. So I haven't got a lot of paint supplies, and they're a real mismatch of different brands and things, because I try and use them up. What I'm trying to do is get a whole set of these ones, because these ones are a bit pricier, but they're not hugely expensive. So I'm going to use cadmium red hue for the red. I'm going to use this one, which is Interactive Atelier, and it's a green. It looks like it's the right kind of green, quite light. I can always add white to it. And this is the purple. It's the only purple that I've got, really. I don't like it very much as a brand. I mean, it was cheap, so what do I expect, really? It just comes out really runny, and yeah, it's not easy to use. But anyway, it's purple, which will be the purple. And then I've got this, which is flesh tint. So I might have a go of using that for her face, but I might do it quite watery and with a bit of white in it and see. So I'll get all those paints out and get ready. And so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to paint her, and I'm going to have, I think at the moment she's going to have purple hair, and then these are going to be red, because that's the thing that's definite. I want these to be red for some reason, and so that means maybe her dress will be green. I don't know, because you need to be able to see the green leaves and stalks. Ooh, maybe it can be red. No, because you've got the red flowers. Oh, well, maybe it can be a sort of pink. Don't know. See, I'm hopeless at choosing colours. I think I'll just start with purple hair, red flowers, and see what I feel for this. Could also bring another colour in, or a colour that's mixed. But anyway, that's the plan, and I will give you a speed video and you can see what I'm doing. So I'm thinking I need another colour, and I think I'm going to use blue. Cerulean blue. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but because I'm thinking you mix red and blue to get purple. So that's what I'm going to be using. But first of all, I'm going to try and do her face with this flesh tint. I've painted in the flowers. There's a name for these, I cannot remember what they're called. They're not roses, they're a perennial flower, and I've forgotten the name. Anyway, and I've painted in green background, and I'm loving this texture. So I dug around in my stash, and I've had this rub and buff. I've had it years, so it might have gone off. This is what happens, isn't it? You get these things and then you don't use them. So, but apparently it leaves a wax metallic finish, so I can rub over the top of the texture and buff it, and hopefully it'll leave a sort of gold on the top. So I'm going to have a go now. Right, so I think I'll put a little bit out here. Ooh, it's not looking good. Ooh, it's looking very murky. It might well have gone off. Oh, shoot. Oh, here we go. That looks a bit better. Let's try that bit. Phew, smelly. And this is probably not very healthy for me, but I'm going to do it with my finger. And then I'm going to wash my hands in a minute. So, let's see. Ooh, I think I've put too much on. Oh yeah, it is lustre, but it's sort of... Ideally, I would have liked it just to be... Okay, so I want to show you what happened when I went mad. I went mad with this rub and buff, and I put it everywhere. And what I found, don't look at this bit because that's not, what I found is that it didn't really show up very well on the green because it's a similar colour tone, but on the purple it looks fab. It really looks good. It really picks out the texture. So I thought, well, I want to remove it because I want to get the pattern. So I want to show you. I got my trusty hand sanitizer, and if I rub it over, it takes it off. So now I can go over the places where it wasn't showing so much, and now you're getting this kind of whitish colour coming through, and I think it looks cool. So here is a mistake, because I splodged some of the gold rub and buff on, and this was an area that had no texture, and it didn't look very good, so I removed it. But now look, so when that's dry, I'm going to go in with purple and repair it, I hope. But it's only this is my journal, so I'm not too worried if things don't go right, because it's all about experimentation, and that's how I found out about this. And I'm really loving this look now. So you've got the sort of white on gold on green, and then you've got the gold on the purple. So yeah, I'm loving it. So I'm going to carry on with this. Oh, and the other thing I did was I just coloured out the rest of the text, and it says, I can dream there are flowers. Yeah, I might decorate this, I don't know. Actually, what I might do is, when I've finished playing around with this and I've corrected that, I think I'm going to wait till it's all dry, and then I'm going to come in with, I've got some Posca pens, and I'm going to do a bit of pen work with it to finish it off. So I'll come back when I'm at that stage. So I've corrected that area, and lucky for me, this is a sort of darker area anyway, because it's sort of behind her, sort of shadowy area anyway. So and as for the ears, I couldn't completely correct them, so there's just a sort of hint of ears, and I'm not too worried if I don't get them exactly right. So yeah, I think I'm going to play with my Poscas now. I got a set of Poscas which I got from the UK, and some penwork. Come to the end of my spread. It's actually 2 spreads this time, and here it is. Yeah, I started off feeling like that, and I ended up feeling like that. That's what art does, makes you feel better. So it says, she felt small, and then it said, I can dream there are flowers, and over here there are flowers. And I've written at the bottom, looking back on everything with gratitude, for it brought me to where I am today. And that's the thing about life. You go through stuff and you come through it. And there are always flowers. Sometimes you don't feel it, sometimes you don't see it, but they're always there. So this was going to be a reminder for me, and it was good to do. So yeah, the next spread is coming up, and I think the first thing I'm going to do is put some tape in here to reinforce it, and then it's onwards and onwards. All these pages. Ooh. Oh yes, I used some spare paint on that one. So anyway, all these pages are coming up, and who knows how I'll be feeling tomorrow. It's up and down at the moment, so I hope you're looking after yourself and finding time to do things that make you feel good. Yeah, feel free to comment, like, share, all those things, and follow. And yeah, I'd love to see what you're doing. So anyway, I'll say bye for now and see you soon.